Good day, good people. It is Stephanie, and welcome to another ink swatching party. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. It's been a minute since I last purchased Birmingham, inks. So I am excited to be here today and to share with you, let's see, 5 new inks that I have purchased from Birmingham Pen Co. I will be swatching in my ink journal, which is Astrology, because I like the Astrology paper. I am going to be using my speedball nib, a dip pen to write with, although I haven't picked up one yet, and still practicing with this Kakamori nib. But I wanted to introduce, I graduated and I have picked up a River City Pen Co. nib holder in this beautiful white and black resin with a little bit of silver and stardust in it. I hope the camera is picking it up that you can see it, but it is a pretty nib holder. I waited and waited and waited and then finally bit the bullet to get one. Um, so yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I will move some of my items out of the way because you guys know I have my left-handed slant. I do have some water to the side. You may hear me splashing around with it, but let's just go ahead and get started. The first ink that we are going to look at today in this watch party is called Sun Catcher. It is a pretty blue ink. So yeah, let's just check it out. Okay. How has the new year been going for you guys? For me, it's been going pretty good. No complaints yet. Um, but we will see how long that lasts. This appears to be a very pretty blue ink. And I like that it's somewhat light. I would say light. But appears to be pretty. Okay, let's try with my nib. Looks like I jibbed it way down. And this ink is called Sun Catcher. Okay, hopefully I'm still in frame. Let's see. Okay, looks that I am. Okay, so that first ink is called Sun Catcher. Next, we're going to do a green called Bonsai. These swatches to me were pretty, but you know how it is when you're looking at something online. So let's see what we get here with Bonsai. Okay. I always end up with a swirl and then I end up with a splotch. That's just the way it's going to be. And I'm fine with that, but I do try to do, I am trying to find rather a shape of some sort. But it's safe to say we haven't found it yet because it's not happening today. And this is Bonsai, pretty green, pretty green. Okay. Next up, we have Sugar Kelp. It is also in the green department, but I think it has some brown and some yellowing with it as well. I have to say, I'm liking the bottle. The last order I had was a smaller because these are 50 milliliters. The last time I ordered, or the only other time I've ordered, they were 30 milliliters. They were smaller and kind of squared off. So I do like the bottles too. These bottles. Okay, yeah, sugar kelp. We got some green, yellowish, brownish, golden-ish in this color. Okay. And that is called sugar kelp. Okay. Interesting color. We'll have to see on the dry down. All right, and then I have two more. This is Aqueduct. It's funny because while I was waiting on this order, I came across a few videos with people swatching and using Aqueduct, and I had never heard of it. I just simply picked it because I liked it. But I had never heard of the color until recently. So I was like, well, yay. Glad I had already ordered it and peeped it out. It's in the teal family. Oh yeah, that's a pretty teal. See, and for me, I would say this is a spring summer color. Doesn't have to be, but that's what I would say. And some of my springy summer pens would work lovely with this. Pretty. I'm dipping too much or dipping too low with this. Okay. And even though it's pronounced aqueduct, it's spelled with an E. Aqueduct. Okay. And I think I can squeeze one more color in. And that color is going to be burley wood in the brown family. But it's an interesting color based on what I've seen. So let's see what we have for burley wood. And I'm also looking at them to see, will any of these make it into, sorry for shaking the camera, make it into the February lineup for Currently Ink? Maybe. Okay. Now that's an interesting brown, but I know it has a different type of dry down. So let's see. But that's pretty. Okay. And that is burley wood. Interesting. And also, before I started this video, I said I was going to make my swatch cards at the same time, but I guess I got so excited and ready to share with you guys that I didn't. Okay, so look at what we have here. We have Suncatcher, Bonsai, Sugar Kelp, Aqueduct, and Burley Wood for Birmingham Pen Co-Colors. What do you guys think? I'll bring it a little closer. I like them all. Starting to think of what pens would I put them in. but they are nice colors. That burley wood. Yeah. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments. Do you guys have any of these inks? Interested in any of these inks? Do you have different Birmingham Pen Company inks? Because I do have about 6 or 7 others that I do really, really like. So I am grateful that I like the turnout of these as well. So if you like this video, please go ahead and hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. And please share my channel with any other stationery, planner, girlies, inks and pens is what I meant to say. Um, so that we can grow the channel, grow a community here, and just continue to have a good time. So thank you guys for watching. As always, love on your family. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye. Good day, good people, and welcome to part 2. I've decided to merge these 2 videos together simply because we are exactly 2 weeks to the date of the clip that you just saw, where I was super excited over those 5 inks. If you know a little bit about Birmingham Pen Company, they're a small company and they create and mix their pens in-house. So they sell out really fast. They come back with new colors. Those sell out really fast. Sometimes they restock, sometimes they don't. There's really no rhyme or reason, at least that I can figure out. So what happens is if you're interested in something, you have to jump on it when you see it. So that's what happened. When I swatched those first 5 inks in the video again, the clip that you just saw, I went back over to the site and then some more caught my eye. So I'm back with a part 2. But the good news is there are only 3 inks in this second part of Birmingham inks. So let's go ahead and check out these 3 inks. The next one that I'm going to swatch for you guys is called Boiler Steam. It is considered a dye ink. I say that because I'm looking at the bottle or paying attention to the bottle, I think for the first time, realizing that they tag what type of ink it is. This looks to be a blue teal, and again, it is called Boiler Steam. Let's take a look at it. Nice color. Oh, yeah. And I will tell you that at the end of these 3, I will write beside each one what they are. I am not going to fight with a dip pen right now. I just don't want to. Again, this one is called Boiler Steam. I'm not going to rewrite Birmingham because all 3 of them are Birmingham inks. Okay. I like this color. This might be an add-on somewhere for February currently inks. Okay, next. This one I am excited to look at in real life. This is called Tintype. It's been on their site for a while because I've been watching it. I was trying to hold off buying it to see if Independent Gray would come back into stock because it's a deep gray that I really, really want to try. But this one is also a dark gray black that I was interested in as well. So I went ahead and grabbed it along with these other 2. Of course, to make the shipping worth it. This is called Tin Type, TIN Type. And you see there's gray undertones to the black of it. But I think it has some sheening properties, if I remember correctly. That's why I just kept watching it. Again, apologize for the crossover with my arm. And this is Tin Type. And then lastly, another one I'm excited to check out in real life. This is called Jasper Vine. It's like a reddish, maybe a deep pinkish type of ink. Again, the swatch on the site had me interested, so I grabbed it. Sorry, I keep shaking the table. Let's see what Jasper Vine is going to give us. Now I wonder what that dry down is going to look like, because this is not as red as I thought. It's not as red as the swatch even. So now I'm curious about the dry time, because if there's one thing we've learned in this game of testing out inks and purchasing them by, looking at them online, is that what we see does not always match. And we know that, so we have to be cautious of that. But most of us, when we're curious, we're going to still buy the ink anyway, because we're not going to really satisfy that curiosity until we see it for ourselves. But yes, on first sight of this one, this does not have the amount of, I'm going to say red. I wasn't expecting it to be like a red, like red, but it was a red-ish swatch that I saw. Jasper Vine is the name of this ink. Okay, let's give it a moment to dry. So, in giving the ink some time to dry, it's not completely dry. However, it's also still just a different color from the swatch that I was judging from. But I don't hate it. I'd have to see it in the pen to decide if I'm going to love it. But I don't hate it. Also, the boiler steam at the top, hopefully you can see the sheening and the shading on that one. And then the tin type has dried down as well. But again, I do like them. I'd need to see this one in the pen before making a final decision. But I am happy with my purchases. So, yeah, just wanted to jump back on and share those three inks. Now I'm going to sit here and contemplate what pens I can put them in and if I'm going to add them to my February currently ink line. Don't know yet. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do you think of these inks? Please give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And remember to love on your family. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.